with the serve. Let the clash begin. Zhendong starting aggressively and positively. I feel like we've seen Malong in his years and his experience lose the first few points of many games so far. The fast footwork here, spring to the step. Zhendong turning on the first one and chasing down that wide forehand to take the first 2 points against serve. Floating around the court, waiting for your ball to come. Good deception on the serve. A bit more underspin than Malong read. So if I... What a great fast little cheer. I was going to say 70-30 crowd support for Malong. Good angle. Use in game number 7, 12-10. Malong pulls it out in the decider. Zhendong just waiting to hatch and step out in front of Malong. Solutions that he can come up with. He's a table tennis engineer. Awkward ball off. Despite his current world ranking, he's constantly find new solutions, new strategy. Only thing he's afraid of is injury. Scooping back story though. No. Back edge of the table from. Now this is interesting for me. You start to inhale watching nervously. Go Malong. When Malong stands up in that backhand corner to make that forehand shot, he has to be very specific because Zhendong has the opening to go the other way, and he knows it. Malong knows that he's leaving that side open for a chase. 2 in a row from 3-9 down. What a receive. Ooh, top of the net and out. Big point for Zhendong. I wouldn't have been surprised to see a timeout if Zhendong had lost that point. We saw it in the women's singles final from Wang Manyu. Timeout in game number 1 against a strong opponent. Younger player saying, need to make sure I start off on the right foot. 4 game points to Zhendong. Don't know what I missed in the crowd there. Heavy top spin. Malong, crowd support. My call based on ears. Now a little bit more even. Zhendong leading 1-0 with the serve to start. Flick kill. Oh, what a recovery. Freaking out their bees around. Look. Oh, so fast in these backhands. Zhendong is known for an abnormally powerful backhand attack. So wristy, so fast. Compact stroke, and Malong just gives it right back like it was nothing. 3-1 lead for Malong. After losing game number 1, still early in the game, twists and turns could come quickly. Good use of side and top here. Zhendong makes it kick into the body of Malong, adding to the pressure and shortening up the stroke. Watch the bounce of the ball here. That's what a Chiquita is all about, that little side spin on it as well. And it jams Malong deep into the backhand corner, trying for his forehand counterattack. Malong apologized. If he can keep Zhendong predictable, deep on the table. Going for a bigger stroke here on the step round and try and mix it up. This is all part of the genius of Malong. Breaking up his patterns. If he makes that shot, Zhendong is going to be in a real guessing position in terms of what's coming next. It's another key ingredient, keeping the opponent guessing. When they think they know the pattern, suddenly you flip the script. Touch on the receive. Malong takes it right off the bounce. I think the fact that we've seen Malong drying his hands so much is actually a big sign of respect for Zhendong. The fact that he's making Malong sweat so much. It's funny how different sports psychologists working with them. And that and he was smiling when he said it with great humility. Nice change of rhythm here. Changed his mind. I want to give more confidence to Zhendong. Let him know that he's nervous. Oh, murdered right. Big point here from. Bold serve, and it's looped right into the. Here. So Malong wins last game 11-8. He's being outscored by 1 point so far by Zhendong. 19 points for Zhendong so far, 18 for Malong. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Whichever player gets 4 games wins the match. That little bit of side spin, Malong with that flexible wrist, bends it out wide. Keeps Zhendong leaping and guessing as to where the ball is going to go. Malong served first in the first game. We'll do the same in the third, fifth, and seventh if need be. I'll bet some fans at home saw the GoDaddy ad and wondered if it motivated Malong, if he felt like he was being cheered for by the LED screen. Again, a young father, Malong, the baby boy now. Beautiful counterattacks. Again, when you have that much power coming in, keeping the racket up is important. Malong with the racket up high, just moves to cover. Short wrist motion there. Add a little bit of topspin and change the direction. Ooh, nice change of place. You team Malong or you team Zhendong? Hey, the culture of the crowd here is developing. So Malong with the first towel break. Traditional pendulum serve, short backhand stroke from in position. That's another thing. He just looks so calm and in control. When you're not afraid of letting the opponent take the first big shot, it does give you a bit better positioning, a little bit of freedom. Oh, nasty shot with that backhand. Bending wraparound. Sends it trailing out to the forehand. Zhendong on the chase. Reaching it is one thing. Look at that foot slide after. Looking like Hercules there with the knees bent. The flexed quads as the racket comes up over the head, but still, that side spinny shot from Malong stopped the Herculean forehand. Which, what can I expect? Do they look ambitious? Do they look aggressive? Do they look clever? Do I think I'm going to get a short receive here? Malong leading 6-3 now. Second serve for Captain Long. Oh, stays up quite steadily. A little apology for the top of the net there, but Malong, confident, calm, right off the bounce. It's always a learning experience, Zhendong says, but seeing your opponent play this way and learning how to make yourself play this way, so calm and confident, constantly changing tactics. I mean, it takes time and years of experience. Making it to the Chinese national team is incredibly unlikely. So when you think to yourself of professional training and experience on the biggest stage now for a long time, and he dominates in game number 11-8 and 11-4. Game 4 back and refreshed. Backhand to backhand, trying to keep himself pumped here. That is the thing. Zhendong feels like he's always on volume 10 in many ways. While he does have the touch game, it's rarely an in-between shot, slower and spinnier. Change of pace. Even in that let receive, did you see how low that was for Malong? Another fancy, swaggy receive there off the let from Malong. I don't know if you can say swaggy. I think that removes the swag from the concept. Backhand to backhand, just guiding it a little. Twists and turns. Oh, short side. Malong turns way wide on that backhand ball to play it with the forehand. Zhendong wasn't even in the right area code on this one. Watch one more time. Starts to turn. Malong, hug cam, just hugs that across the body. Could take a taxi to that ball. Now this for me is a good sign of maturity. Zhendong slows it down a little bit. He says, I've been punished for going big a few times, trying to anticipate a little early. I'm going to let Malong put some power on it himself this time. I'm not going to help him out, give him power to use. There's that touch shot again. Malong even recovers. Early in game number 4. Malong in a good position. Right into the body. So smooth. He takes it off the bounce. Zhendong with the soft flip. It's funny, if you have the racket, the Malong racket, over your mouth like that, it seems like it would muffle your chants and cheers. I guess fortunately for the Malong fan club, there are enough people here that they're not lacking volume on the cheer. Patient play from Malong. Didn't give more than 80% on anything but one shot in that rally. Zhendong fan club there. It's the one shot, the forehand. After that, just sort of waiting. All these shots saying, okay, take the first big swing, but I'm going to keep you deep on the table. Go ahead, spend some time on that long stroke. Create an opening for me, I dare you. Deceptive underspin on the pendulum, 9-2. Soft hand, still recovers. I've seen Malong in the practice hall with a hand switch. I haven't seen it against Zhendong, but it looked like that might have been an opportunity. Either way, he's so fast, he gets there on his feet. If that ball came down on the table, I wouldn't be surprised if he chopped it back, turned around to get back in play. 8 game points for the dictator. Soft again, but a big forehand flip kill. Saves a game point. Zhendong with a long way to go. I think it would take a good 4 or 5 points before we would see a timeout from Malong. chop block and Clash of the Titans right after this. And won on the World Tour against Zhendong. He's going to start with the serve. Good 2009, and he didn't do it twice. Last year, he was not part to have a few twice in a year. Even off the net, and held up a finger. The pointer finger, of course. Beautiful backhand. I almost said the nickname for Xiaopong, but I guess that would be true. Now this is it. Good touch, Zhendong. One more soft shot. Again, talked about how he has the touch game, but very rarely does he change the pace nearly as much as Malong, but he's being quite clever right now. He's constantly changing the patterns. I think playing a little bit less aggressive is paying off. And again, contact. Subtlest variation in the shot. Good control from Malong, the short game. Again, this is something we see from the best players in the world. A little bit of side spin on it to keep it cross court, keep it tight on the table, but half long. Three points between them. Zhendong in the lead this game. Malong finds that crossover point from the forehand on the backhand side of the table, deep to the corner. So he covered his own and gave it right back. That is the Achilles heel on the opponent. Crossover point tends to be the sweet spot. Beautiful. A little bit off the top of the net, Malong. But some quick long serves and follow-up attacks have worked well for him. No, not this time. Aces in a row. Who does that? Malong does that. Wow! What's up? And he's tied back up on his side. 9. Oh, beautiful. Touch from Malong, followed up by a spinny ball right at the back of the table. Saves one game point. Zhendong needs this one, and he needs it bad. Fight or flight. Survival mode right now for the 21-year-old with a second serve. Oh, the touch. Oh, out of reach. Little surprised we saw a push. Even in the touch rally, we've seen a few more points go the way of Zhendong in these softer, slower rallies. Malong has dealt with pressure for years and years. Despite having an overwhelming record against Zhang Jike, there were a few big titles that Zhang Jike took. Big one, I remember 2014, the Men's World Cup. But under pressure, Malong has become an expert in how to deal and stay calm. 4. Tied up again, Malong serve. Heavy underspin on the pendulum. Deep and subtle. A big chole, and now it is championship point for Daddy Dictator to take that trophy right there with authority. 4 games to 1 over world number 1, 21-year-old Zhendong. Malong does it, he sneaks it back. Apology to his opponent. Screen loses the first, brushes it off like dirt off the shoulder.